Such a pleasure to speak with you. This is incredible emotional movie. I love like this. When you started reading the script for the film, what stood out to you maybe about the tone and the themes that we get?
When I read it, I was really moved. The whole thing kind of scared me a little bit just because it's this topic that's a little bit under the surface that nobody really likes to talk about, and it's a bit taboo. And yet, I think most people on some level relate to the fact that the heart is complicated. Do you know? The heart is complicated and it just is. So I was really, really moved. And I think at the end of the day, I really felt like lean into the things that scare you. Like as an actor, just lean into the things that scare you. And this one scared me a little bit. Also, too, because, I didn't want it to feel like we're like glorifying having affairs. I think that's why I love the title, A Love Like This. Like, despite this impossible love and these circumstances, there is a love that just is that.
Sometimes things can kind of like you said, like affairs of the heart can go beyond the morality compass that
Very
we
much so.
face within
Yeah.
our lives. Um,
Yeah. Life is full of surprises.
You sort of touched upon it when we were just talking now, but when you kind of got the breakdown of the character Leah, what really resonated for you with her, and was there anything that you kind of maybe struggled with reconciling when it came to your portrayal?
Yeah, I think that, we just as a team, we wanted to make sure that we were able to watch these people move through this really complicated situation and not have them be villainous or like scandalous. So, there was this real sort of authenticity to the fact that she is a mother and so loves her family and isn't willing to walk away and blow that all up. And here she is in this situation with somebody that she has such a history with since they were young. And so for me, it was just really trying to play the heart of it and kind of see what happens. But I would say that like it was the challenge was to not make them like we want people to kind of be like, oh, in another universe, I wish you guys would end up together.
I mean, there is a way or an element to kind of root for them, but there's also the side where people naturally want to be judgmental at the same time too.
For sure. Oh my God, for sure. And I feel like that will come. And I think like, but that's okay. It's like I think that the beauty about making film or television or anything about sort of matters like this is that it's a conversation. And I think anybody who's quick to judge probably, I don't know, but probably is afraid to look at what they may have felt, even if it was flickering, the possibilities, another universe. Like I think that, that saying, like when you point a finger, you're pointing three back at yourself, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Right.
Yes.
So I definitely think there's that. And and I think like how cool to do something that potentially people will be able to talk about, like really talk about and be like, have you ever experienced something like this? Is this familiar to you or is this outlandish?
I mean, we really do get this kind of like voyeur lens within the film. and how it kind of navigates and actually kind of amplifies this building suspense and tensions and emotions, but also offers another sort of layer to the storytelling too. And wanted to dive a little bit further into that from your perspective, how that kind of um, provides this great lens within the movie, not just to judge, but to feel that voyeur as an audience.
Right, as an audience. Well, I think that, it really, the fact that it's really just the two of us in this house, mostly, it really lends itself to this, like the story, it's not, it's really story A. It's like, here are these two, they're meeting up for the weekend, and we see um, the trepidation, the excitement, the fear, the passion, the misunderstandings. Like we see it all takes place, and I think that the environment really lends itself to that because it's so contained, which was really cool to film in that way. Like the house was, in a sense, like another character in the movie.
I love that the director John Asher gives us these moments where we feel like we're an insider, but we also feel like an outsider. We're getting like different kind of microscopes, multiple type of microscopes at the same time while we're watching.
Yeah, I agree. I thought he did such a great job. And, he provided such a safe space for us to really be vulnerable. I mean, for myself and Hayes, I think like both of us sort of just had to surrender and be like, all right, if we're going to do this, let's do this. Let's bring it all and leave it here. And John made sure that we had a safe space to do that. And, he would guide us with the nuance because, so easily it could have turned into like a romantic comedy, especially because Hayes is so funny, like just in life. And we had so much fun that at times, John would be like, okay, wait, no, this isn't this isn't what we're doing. But it was a real joy.
Well, speaking of Hayes, even you two really offer a delivery of this incredible, provoking writing and dialogue that we get within the film so well. It really, you play into these palpable beats that feel like everything is just kind of building on another level and coming up to this huge crescendo. I'd love to hear a little bit about kind of how you constructed the working with Hayes and these, building of tension and how it kind of it builds into the storytelling too.
First of all, thank you. That's super generous, and I'm so grateful for that. I think that, with Hayes, first of all, we've worked together before. So we did Super Troopers 2 together, and we were shooting in Boston, and we had like just a great time. So there was already like a familiarity with Hayes, which was super important. And I just knew that if if the script resonated to him, I just knew that he would just bring like nuance and levity and all the things. And he really did. I mean, talk about somebody who literally showed up every day, so inspired with so many ideas of things like that weren't on the page, but just to sort of really ground it and give these two like a history. Like we could see that really enjoy each other and laugh together and can have fun, like despite all the craziness that happens. And so, in a lot of ways, it was just a really natural fit. I'm so grateful that, I got to go on this journey with Hayes because it was comfortable and it really needed to be in order to like
to
give it.
really, really give like you both really like bring it in this film, and I really commend you. I don't have time left here, but again, to just say how incredibly impressed I am with this film and the work that you both do within it.
Oh,
So
Lisa, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you.